Okay.
Did you already, got it. Okay. So AI to create blogs. So let me share my screen really quick. Screen, start now. I'm actually in a wonderful, wonderful place in Cherokee, North Carolina right now. And I'm really super excited about that. All right, so build a full-scale blog in minutes using AI. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And working from our phone. So if you follow this link, you'll get a bunch of prompts, and you'll get the prompts that I'm going to reference to here in this post. So when you're using, just so you know, when you're using ChatGPT, you have to do what they call priming it. Meaning you got to train it, you got to teach it, you got to give it its persona. So one of the first things that you're going to do when you prime is, or train it, consider reading this right here. Ask me at least 20 questions about my business. Now, if you can be more specific in this prompt, instead of just saying about my business, say about my real estate business and my customers who are buyers and sellers of real estate, and the target audience, vision, goals, and anything else you need in order to complete the future task. So like, if you will just be more specific about your business, like say, I'm my real estate business in North Texas, and my customers who are buyers, sellers, investors in the luxury market, go deeper in your niche. And if you can get a little bit more specific about your goals, and my goals to grow my real estate business in North Texas, right? And that way the 20 questions will be even more clear and more, it'll ask you better questions, okay? So think about that when you put in this prompt. So you're gonna do this for if you do a blog, a YouTube, anything like that. The next thing is that you're gonna have it analyze a specific text for style, voice, and tone. So what we did here is we gave it the prompt, analyze the following text for style and tone of voice, and apply the exact same style to all future responses. So what we did here is we went back to one of my old Facebook posts that I had written and copy pasted, and that put that in here. You can also go into like a YouTube video that you created previously, put that into Descript so that it will take your YouTube video and write out the entire script, copy paste that in there into ChatGPT. Okay. And then at the end of it, make sure you put, I'll be asking you to write me a blog in future prompts. Do you understand? I like to use ChatGPT in my phone because then I can do the talk to text. And I find that's the easiest thing to do. And then step 3, right? After you hit submit, you come back and you say, you give it this following prompt. I'm in real estate and looking to educate my clients and potential clients. The goal is to pick up new clients by showing my expertise. Write in English a list of 90 things about your niche, which for me is buying luxury property, right? I'm looking to go into that. So that's going to be our target market that most people don't know. And the reason we add that prompt in there is so that we're not doing the same thing that you see in all the SEOs and all the Googles and everything. So you put that, and then I ask it to randomize the order of the list, explain each one. So it's not just giving me a list, but it's also explaining it to me. And then the list of items should be interesting topics that I can create content around. Okay. And then I'll be turning this into a content calendar afterwards once I review. And then you ask it, do you understand? And it'll say, yes, I understand. Okay. And then your next prompt is, I'd like you to help me come up with a content schedule for my blog that has the best chance of helping me rank for long tail keywords that are specific to my keyword. I'll tell you my main target ideas for each article that I want to include in the calendar and the prompts below. And you just read that out and stick it in there. And then it'll also say each week should be separated into its own table. I want to post a blog 3 times a week, use all topics. And then it's going to give you a list of content calendar, Monday, Wednesday, Friday for week 1, 2, 3. It'll give that. Once it finishes, click continue. And that way you can get content for 52 weeks because it's going to give you a few weeks up front. Click continue until you get enough content to last the time frame that you want. Cool? And you have any questions so far? Because I'm going kind of fast, but you're going to have this slide deck, which is your step-by-step guide. Okay, cool. Let's go. Let's go. Next, you're going to say next is going to be writing the blog, okay, with human-like writing. So you're going to put in this prompt. I know this is a really long prompt, but if you go into that initial, this bit.ly link right here, you can find these prompts and then copy paste it. Okay, look for the one that says write an SEO web article blog with human-like writing. And then you can just copy paste that into this. Now, if you look in the brackets at the last sentence right here at the very bottom, it says, now write an article on this topic, the golden ticket, faster appreciation rates in real estate. We pulled that up from this blog post title that you had created up here. All right. Oh, I totally forgot. Once you get this content calendar, copy paste all of that and put it into a Google Doc. And that'll be your Google Doc deal. Since this prompt right here is step 5, it'll give you headings, heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, and heading 4. It'll make it 2,000 words. It'll be 100% unique, SEO optimized, right? It's going to have at least 15 headings. You're going to take the results from that, and then you're going to copy paste it into undetectable.ai. This will help in your optimization because Google and a lot of the search engines right now are running tests to see if blog posts are being done by AI. You copy paste it, you put it in here, you humanize it. Now that becomes your content. Make sense?
Yes.
Yes. Yay! I'm so excited. So that's steps 1 through 6. That's created a blog post. Here's another way of creating blog posts. And I love this idea. Okay. So if you go to Google, Sebastian, could you go far away? He's over. I don't know what he's doing on his phone, but I'm hearing it. It's so distracting to me. He's scrolling while playing chess. So go to Google, ask a question like, how do I stage my home for the most amount of money? Okay. And you know how you can get the answers, but if you scroll down, it says people also ask. This is how you can easily find out what other people ask. So you do that. And then how do I stage my house for maximum value? Click that drop-down menu to the right. And then it's going to have all of these questions that people ask. You're going to take all of this and you're going to copy paste that and put it into ChatGPT with your already trained persona, right? Because that was the first thing we did every time when we go into ChatGPT, when we open up a channel, the first thing we do is we train that persona. And we did that at the very beginning. You're going to say, write the article based on my business goals and target audience. Don't write the article yet. Do you understand? Because how many times have we gone in and we've asked ChatGPT to write and it starts going, but you need to train it some more. You're like, I want you to write, keep adding these prompts into it. Okay. And you keep telling, don't write the article yet. Wait for my command. Do you understand? Next, you're going to say, please provide me with an outline of my article. Poof. There's your outline. copy paste your outline into a Google Doc, and then you're going to copy each section. So you're going to copy the introduction. See how we copy the introduction here? And then write this section of the article, poof, and then it writes that section of the article. I like emojis and I like ellipses, so everything I have has emojis and ellipses. You're going to repeat this for every section. So you're going to copy paste how to stage your house for maximum value, right? You're going to say, write this section of the article, how to stage your house for maximum value, effective tips and techniques to increase your home value through the staging. And then you're going to go all the way through and write out the article, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. So you spend a lot of time copy pasting. So much easier than writing it from scratch. And this is better. Can you see how this is so much better than what most people are doing, where they're like, hey, write me a blog post on what's the best way to stage a home. This will optimize for your SEO. It's going to be your persona, and it's also going to be your hitting your business goals and your target audience and all that kind of jazz. So yay, we're taking blog posts to the whole new level. Any questions so far before we go to the next phase? We're good? Okay. By the way, I can't see you, so you're going to have to talk to me, I hope. All right, here's another way to write a blog post. How many times have you done a YouTube video, right? You've probably done a YouTube video and they say, take your YouTube video and turn it into a blog post, but it just takes so much time. Go to aiwrite.ai. Okay, and you'll see import from YouTube, click that button, and you're gonna click copy paste your YouTube link, and it will automatically take that YouTube video and turn it into a blog post. And then you take that and you copy paste it into undetectable.ai to humanize it. So every blog post, make sure you run it through undetectable.ai to humanize it. And that is it for today. That was a lot of steps really fast, but the link to this slide deck is in the chat.
Yes. For the last way, it's all right. AL then right.
Oh, sorry.
AI.
AL. Thank you. ALwrite.ai.
Oh, okay. Good. Thank you.
What do you?
There's a bit.ly link on there too, or a link in that slide deck. Yes, Glenna? I'm sorry.
Sorry. I've never blogged. Where do you do it? Do you put it on Facebook or social media or what?
Yeah, a lot of people put it on their website, right? If you go to your KV Core website, you can actually create blog posts in there. And that'll help optimize and rank your rankings. You can also, and then from there, add a link to your Facebook, copy paste the article if you want in your Facebook, and that'll drive traffic to your site. That's a great question. Kim, do you do it anywhere else?
I mean, the other ideas, well, I have a platform that I'm going to be putting blog posts on, but the other thing is you could make a landing page that directs them to your blog post.
There you go. In KV Core.
Or wherever. Yeah, wherever you're posting it, then direct traffic to that post. And if it's on your website, then that directs traffic to your website.
Any other ideas? I'd say ask Bard also. I bet
Right.
Bard could help. How have you been using AI since we started this? Have you guys been using it? Have y'all been using it a lot? Has it been helping a lot, or where are we at?
I've been filtering what I say. I've been having Johnny, my VA, he filters what he writes, gives us ideas, for how to outline what I'm going to say for a script, because having a huge script makes me look like I'm reading, right? But if I outline it, then I can discuss the points easier and make it more
Yes. I always tell
natural.
mine to bullet point everything for me.
Yeah.
And then it gives me a bullet point. And sometimes it's too many words. I was like, bullet point and simplify in few
Right.
words.
That's a good idea because I have to do that when I'm looking at my teleprompter. Otherwise, I'm tempted to say it all.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I want to say it all. I want to say what pops in my mind
Mhm.
instead of what I'm reading.
Yes. So I noticed ChatGPT likes to use a lot of words. So I'm always giving it the command to use to make
Simplify.
the point in as few words as possible.
And I'm a word
target
person
a seventh
too.
grade audience.
Yeah, that's a good thing to say, 7th grade audience, because I'm wordy and I use bigger words, right? And I want to simplify it.
Mhm. Yeah. And what's funny, sometimes I'll go 7th grade level and then I'm like, oh, that's too advanced. Make that a 6th grade level. Right. And then I'm like, oh, no. So I'll play with it depending on what the topic is, on what level I need the vocabulary to be. But I don't want it to talk like a professor.
So on one of the slides, it says, I think it's the undetectable. So when you're asking it to humanize, what is it actually doing?
So AI has an algorithm that that Google and Bing are now able to detect that it was written by AI. So there's things that, so it reformats it and it detects that and it changes it just a touch so it's undetectable by the AI who's looking for AI.
Okay.
So
it's not changing the syntax or anything like to make it sound more like a human delivery kind of thing.
It's more of an algorithm thing than
that it would detect whether it was okay. Yeah.
Okay, so sometimes, like, let's say I take a quote or the summary of what a particular thing means, right? And I ask it to give me a summary. And then I ask it to simplify it. But I should probably do that and it'll tell me what it did. Oh, I changed these words. I did this. I changed these words. I did this. But probably I should do that in undetectable AI.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, would that make it better? Because what I'm doing is I don't want to quote somebody else from the internet. So I wanted to summarize it, but and simplify it, but then I should do that in undetectable. And that way it won't look like I stole it right from someone's post.
Well, if you copy paste it, it makes it to where it doesn't look like AI. Now, if you want to say, hey, rephrase this in my own words, so it doesn't sound like they said it. You're like, oh, I like the way I like this message. You're like, just tell ChatGPT, hey, re-say this as with my tone and my style.
That's what I do. So, but can it detect that came from
AI?
Yeah.
A rule of thumb, what was taught to me is just run everything through undetectable.
Okay, that's what I was asking. Should I just do that? Because I don't want it to look like I stole it off the internet, which I did. I want it to sound like me.
Well, if it's just on Facebook, I don't think it matters if it's just like a Facebook post, but if it's like a blog post and you're concerned about SEO, about the ranking,
yeah,
right? It only comes into play when you're concerned about ranking.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, so let's say I ask it to summarize something, some historical thing. This is when I see myself doing it the most. Let's say I'm
Right.
going to post for some historical event, right? So I ask for a summary of the quote, what was happening when that quote was made or whatever. Well, then it gives me a summary. Then I ask it to simplify it and make it like I said it. But I should probably do that undetectable also,
Okay.
right? Do you agree? Or
It depends why you're using it.
I'm using it to post something on social media.
Social media, Spence, you'll let me know if this is what you remember as well. It doesn't matter as much on social media because that's not going to affect your ranking on like a Google search. Right? If you're going to put it on your website, that's going to be searchable on Google.
Okay.
That's when it comes into play. But if it's just on social media, it doesn't matter so much. Because
Okay.
you're not getting ranked on social media, like on searches and such.
Okay.
Hmm.
But if I was doing it for a
That's a
blog
good question.
post, then that's when,
Exactly.
okay. Okay. I'm just sensitive about it because, when we grew up, it was, where did your source? Where's your source? Where's your source? Right? You can't copy
Mhm.
anything. And so when I get it to change the wording around, I know I still plagiarized it.
Well, or did you? Because AI, because it's actually reworded, rephrased, just like
Yeah.
you would have, just like your teacher would have told you to do.
Okay. Okay.
Your
Got it.
teacher would have told you to rephrase it just like the AI did. Hey, make this into my own words, in my own style, in my own tone. Isn't
Right.
that what your fourth
Right.
grade teacher told you to do?
Yes.
Well, AI just did it for you in
Okay.
0.25 seconds.
Okay. I guess I'm showing my age.
I'm there with you. And you know what? It's a shift in the mindset,
Yeah.
right? It's and it's a lot more freeing. It's a lot more freeing.
The thing about the internet and social media that annoys me is that, people get information from all over, whether it's accurate or not, they post it as truth. And you don't even know where they got their information. And that annoys me because I like to go read it, see for myself. Is that really the spin that I think
Right.
it says,
And I think that's one thing I do like about Bard, and it's not always 100% accurate, right? Because there are nuances. What I've noticed is that Bard and ChatGPT don't always catch the nuances that we gain from experience, and we have to teach it the nuances of, I don't know, negotiating or anything like that. It gives a good superficial over, big picture. But and I think that's where we bring a lot of value. So like the AI gets you from 0 to 6. Our humanization takes it from 6 to 8, right? The little ads, like we read it, we add, we subtract, and then we can just post it. And over time, things just get better and better. And that's what makes it from an 8 to 8.25, 8.5, so on.
Okay.
I'm not looking for a perfect 10. But you're absolutely right. People will post stuff that's not accurate, but Bard seems to do a good job of getting the consensus, right? Like you get one variable that's way off over here. It's like an anomaly. It doesn't include the anomaly. All right. I love it here in North Carolina. I just
It's
want you to
beautiful,
know.
isn't it?
Look, wait, can I just share my view? Like, this is me.
And where are you today?
I'm in Cherokee, North Carolina, just south of
Okay.
the Smokies. It was like a 15-minute drive from our campsite. I was going to hang out at the visitor center, but it was cold, and I told the
Yeah.
kids not to pack anything for the cold weather. I totally forgot we were going to be in the mountains. Oops.
Yeah.
And so got a sweatshirt for Ava and Sebastian. But we're going to go horseback riding today. I'm so excited
Nice,
to
fun.
a waterfall because, you know, there's waterfalls everywhere and we don't get waterfalls where we're at. All right. Any more questions? Joni, I noticed who's Joni? Notice your
He's my,
camera's on.
that's my VA, yeah.
Ah, your
Joni.
VA.
Yeah.
Joni, feel free to turn on your camera. And then Daniel, do you have any questions or anything? Glenna, do y'all have any questions or you feel really good? It's a process, but once you learn that process, it's really, really quick. I think the hardest part might be finding those prompts to copy paste. If you have any questions, just hop into Zoom and Vince and France, both of you know, both of them can help. Both of them are very familiar with all the prompts in the prompts package and all that. Cool. Hi, Joni. Is it Joni or Johnny?
It's Johnny.
Johnny, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All righty.
I cross between Johnny and Johnny. Like it, I cross
Johnny.
it. I try and say it right. I don't know if I do, but I try.
Yeah. So, all righty, guys. Well, this is a great day. Go win your day. Glenna's fixing breakfast. She's already